Hi, my name is Patrick, and I am an information librarian at the Malden Public Library. And this is the 5 in 5 book review. You give us 5 minutes, and we're going to run through a list of 5 books that you can check out by clicking a link in the description of this video right now. This might be a little topical, but this week's 5 in 5 is all about the Emerald Isle, its peoples, and books related to it. That's right, we're talking about all things Ireland in this green edition of the segment. I apologize for not wearing green, but when I'm recording this, it's not St. Patrick's Day yet. So let's dive into this list and get started with maybe one of my favorite books of all time. And that is Thomas Cahill's history masterpiece called How the Irish Saved Civilization. A little self-aggrandizing in the title like that, but is a very humorous book, and it has a great look at, in particular, how the monks and friars of Ireland, as well as the saints, including St. Patrick, are responsible for the preservation of ancient history. So it's a lot of fun. If you like this book, there's a whole series by the author called The Hinges of History that looks at ancient history and it's affecting the modern world. Next up on the list, we're going to Irish authors, and maybe one of the most important authors in human history, certainly the most famous Irish author on this list, and that is James Joyce. And no, I'm not going to sit here and tell you to read Ulysses, though you should, but my pick for the author in championing the Irish spirit and existence is a book of short stories entitled Dubliners. It's an amazing collection. It's stuck with me through the years, and it's much easier to digest than the 700 pages of Ulysses. Next on the list are 2 authors who've written memoirs of the Irish American experience. And the first is the amazing book Angela's Ashes by Frank McCourt. It goes over the many trials and tribulations his family faced in Brooklyn nearly a century ago. It is a riveting read. And the next book in the 5 in 5, maybe a little closer to home, is the amazing author Michael Patrick MacDonald, his memoir called All Souls, a family story from Southie. It takes place, of course, here in South Boston in the 80s. Shows how gang violence and drugs and poverty really tore his Irish family apart. Moving on from those maybe downer books, last on my list and examining the Irish experience is one that you can try and take for yourself. Check out Lonely Planet's Guide to Ireland. It's one of my favorite travel series of books, and if you're like me, you don't necessarily have plans to visit Ireland in the near future, you can still learn a lot about the country through their guides. From Dublin to the history of the Blarney Stone, take a little mental staycation and imagine a trip across the pond abroad. The great thing about the guides is that you get a sense of what it's like to visit as well as live in that country, what it's like there right now, today. The travel writers that they send on the trips, they update these books like every year or so and are great representations of, what it's like to go there. That's it for this week's 5 in 5, celebrating Ireland and its peoples. We invite you to celebrate Ireland in whatever fashion you'd like to do this St. Patrick's Day. Remember to do so safely. And what safer way is there than a great book? This is Patrick signing off and reminding you that you can check these books out physically with our curbside pickup from the library or electronically with the link in our description that goes to our online catalog. There will be a new 5 in 5 next Friday and every Friday, so check back here for more reviews from the Malden Public Library, and have a great week.